I know you probably go through the website, but
Yeah, I don't know how I do it. I just sign in and then I go on. I don't know.
we're live.
Live as live can be.
See anybody else in there? You and I.
Yeah, well, they'll come. Oh, they got a live chat replay that you can click if you want. I didn't know that.
No.
It says live chat, then it says live chat replay, but I'm not going to click it. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone.
I'll put my first thumb there.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. Today would have been my dad's
Hey,
birthday.
Cheryl.
I'm not sure how old he would have been, though. In his 90s. Hi,
She says,
Cheryl.
good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Okay. We were going to work on the dog in the vintage book
The
here.
new puppy. It's
Yeah,
Christmas.
Christmas vintage. Okay. This is the puppy. Notice I said we were going to work on it. Okay, we're not going to work on it because we're
A lot
just
of
not going to
cutting.
work on it. We're unprepared and there's a lot to it. Okay, so we are not going to work on
Postpone until next week.
it. Right. So what are we going to work on? I don't know. I have
Oh,
not
I
a
can't.
clue. Um, my April So Steady box has been mailed. So maybe I should finish up on this March, huh? That'll give me something to do. The waterfall. Cut out the things I need. Oh, there's an M. I found an M over here. That's where
Uh,
they went. Ah, ha.
all three of them, huh? Or four?
Yep. Okay, this is extra. These are the ones that I cut. Right. Okay, those are good. Um, so what I've done so far is I've cut the fabric.
Hey, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome. And I put it in grooves because there's a lot of fabric here. Okay.
Cheryl says, I know what I'm working on, hell well. I'm quoting the baby Teller quote.
Ah, okay. Waterfall. I'm cutting out the white that I need now. I've done all the
Gray.
colors, and now I'm doing the white, which is I've done the first part, the three. Yeah, I did 80 of these, and I don't know of these, and see, I've cut a lot of it out already. This is the March Sew Sampler box. And then, of course, we have to have our big pieces here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the 2.5 inch ones that I need. Oh, there's the three. I only got a couple, so I'm going to have to steal some more white somewhere along the way. But for now, I know, no hexies, right? I think it was, yeah, I need 100 of these. Only 100. One. I don't know how much of these are matching. Cut off here, come over here. Now, if anybody would like to help me, please raise your hand.
You'll pass it through the computer to next person.
Exactly. Uh,
Yeah, I have to throw it in.
wait, these look bigger than 2.5. What happened here? Hmm, 2.5. There we go. You can kind of tell if you've been cutting for a long time that it's not right, or that something looks bigger than it should, or things like that. You can really tell. Okay, let me see here. This one's all banged up. What happened? So how's everybody's day going so far? Good, I hope. Mhm. Here's another one. Can't really start sewing the pieces together till I get these cut. So, because all the pieces require a white one to go with it. So that's why this piece of the cutting mat that I've been cutting on doesn't want to slide anything over and help me out. Thank you, Gladys.
Got 8 people watching and 3 thumbs up.
Okay, I'm going to go over and um, over to the channel.
Cheryl says she's doing good. Had apartment inspection where I live, and I passed with flying colors. That lady really liked all my shelves of fabric. and quotes. She said that I'm very organized. Hi,
Wow,
Rudy.
that's a nice compliment. Hi, Rudy. Welcome.
Giving us the time.
The time where you are. So if each of these have to have the white with it, that's going to be a lot of sewing. But that's when the assembly line sewing comes in handy. Trying to find a good edge.
Cheryl, like, hit my thumbs up when I got here. Really like it when you gals go live. Love the company. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra. Welcome. How's the weather over there on your side of Washington? It's cold over here.
Cheryl saying hi to Rudy and hi, Sandra. Hugs the cutie patootie.
But wait till Delaney gets, older and Sandra tells her nickname was Cutie Patootie. She'll like it. Really, you guys call me Cutie Patootie? For real,
saying hi,
Gigi?
saying hi to Cheryl.
Oh, I hit the. I'll go say Hexy, Sandra.
Sandra says getting her settled and going to sew today. And she said it was sunny and cold.
Yep, same here. Same here. I think it got down to 36 last night or something like that. It was cold. I was bundled up in bed though, like I was going to in the snow. Okay, how much of these do I have? Not near enough.
And Sandra says another row on the mini hexie and two flowers on the bigger one.
Yeah, the flowers that she's doing, I should show you guys. Let me show you guys Sandra's flowers. Can I show them, Sandra, before I continue on? I have to get Sandra's okay, which I'm sure she, just in case she does.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori. You didn't say hi to me this morning. Definitely gonna need some more white.
Sandra
Okay.
says yes. We can
Okay,
show.
Sandra. I got it. I'm on it. I'm on it. Okay, I gotta close this out because it's the whole where are you? Oh, there you are.
Lori says so sorry. Hi, Kathy.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you, Lori. Um, Sandra.
Hi, Susan. Susan, you're out.
Hi, Susan. I don't know where it's at.
Hi, Kathy, Gladys, Cheryl, Kathy, Rudy, and Sandra. My microwave checked the breaker again. So I can't get into it. Called and complained. Low wattage microwave shouldn't cause that.
No, it should not.
Well, they probably did something wrong when they re redid your apartment.
Where did you send it, Sandra? I'm looking. I looked everywhere.
Cheryl, I took care of an elderly lady some years ago. She had Alzheimer's. They called her Sweet Pea. She didn't answer me after a while, and she would call me. She would call me her Sweet Pea. She was really sweet to me. Hi, Jennifer.
I don't know where it's at. I don't remember how you sent
Hi,
it.
Joe Patty.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Patty. Resend it, okay, Sandra, in the text, and then I'll show because it's beautiful. But resend it to me in text. Welcome, welcome, ladies. Good to see you.
Patty's asking us how we're doing today.
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
Sandra says the breaker can't take several things running. I don't know is running. She said hers did the same thing. Oh, let's see. Patty, Sandra, I have another row done also. I want. I sent Randy three red, white, and blue star box and some heat bond.
I really like that eagle one that he had on his wall.
Susan just popped in. Time to go. Have a great day.
You too, Susan. Thank you for coming by. Don't forget the thumbs up, young lady.
Sandra says, "Well, Patty, that was sweet of you."
Now to cut off the ends here. What are you ladies working on today?
Patty says she also likes Randy's Eagle panel.
The one with the flowers and the stems. Okay, I'll show these two, but the ones with the flowers and the stems was the one that I was talking about. That's beautiful.
Sandra's working on the drunkard's path. Patty's working on her dishes.
Okay. What a mess this makes doing that. I don't even know why they have this kind of stuff at the end of fabrics. Yes, that's it. Okay. I want to show you guys Sandra's bigger. Can you see it?
And hold it up a little higher. There.
Sandra's work, isn't that beautiful? This one and that one to match what she's working on that um, paper there, and then that. Look at all those. Absolutely beautiful, Sandra. But I really, really like that. With the and she did these all by hand. The leaves and all that. That's all done by hand, not by machine. So
Lori says very pretty. And Cheryl says been quilting for a few hours. I think it's time for a break. I'll fix some liver and onions. Yum.
Patty liked the eagle. Yeah, Sandra does such amazing, beautiful work. I know I'm jealous. But you know what? If there's something you want to do that you don't know how to do, like hexes or something that you see Sandra doing, all you gotta do is ask her. She'll help you, or she'll show you. She'll teach you.
Uh, Sandra says I have 59 to go with them.
I'm gonna cut and subcut. I know these are 2.5.
Jennifer said it's beautiful.
Yeah. So I paid all my bills yesterday. I paid some of them up until October, which is good. Don't have to worry about them.
Sandra's thanking everybody.
I knew they'd like it, Sandra. But it's a lot of hard work doing those hexes.
I said, Cheryl, I love liver and onions, yummy. Cheryl said Sandra is a good teacher and encourager.
He taught me how to foundation paper piece, how to make hexes. Um, what else, Sandra? What else have you taught me? I don't remember, but she's taught me a lot. Pom pom. That's nice. Dave's sleeping. There's not one in the bedroom. Both outlets are out here, which I thought was kind of crazy. I thought you were sleeping. Who is it? Huh?
Sandra says, thanks, just being me.
Sandra, you're so humble. Okay, we're cutting the strips, not my hair.
Oh, don't you need a haircut?
No. Nobody knows what I'm talking about when I go and I say I want those feathered wings. That's how I like my hair. Like I guess you say like the Farrah Fawcett look of the 70s, but since nobody knows what I'm talking about, then nobody's cutting my hair. They just look at me like I'm stupid. Okay, so I'm gonna do these in groups of 25.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Terry. Welcome. How are you? Oh, Dave, Dave, I need a Band-Aid, please. I don't think you heard me. Oh, how cute. She sent this one too. Delaney. Isn't that cute? Okay, let me see. Dave. I need a bandage.
Carrie said she just got up. Sandra says, my helper D.
Mm,
Cheryl says, cutie patootie, sweet cutie.
yeah, she's a sweetheart. Um, okay, I need a bandage. You think I should put the peroxide? I don't
Don't you
know.
have any, don't you have any band-aids in your sewing room?
Yeah, well, they're over here where I can't reach them. They're on the other side of the computer there. The ruler got me. It's in the Band-Aid.
Very little.
No, it's got to wrap around my thumb.
No, I mean the cut. Is it little or big?
It's just a normal size Band-Aid.
What is normal size? Is it
You
three
know,
sizes?
regular size. Yeah, that size is
What's
good.
regular? I don't know what regular is.
You don't know what a regular size Band-Aid looks like?
That's what I said, Sandra. She said just to put a few bandages in your sewing space.
Yep.
Where is it?
I have bandages in a drawer down here in my
Thank you.
sewing machine.
I have the Band-Aids, but they're on the other side of the computer. So,
Yeah, maybe you should move them.
mhm.
Sandra says 1 inch one.
Thanks, Dave. It was the corner of the ruler that got me. Yep. Gotta be careful.
Jerry's giving you the plus sign.
All right, 22. I'm going to do these in groups of
Sandra says I have two. Lonnie takes them.
25. 24. Guess I gotta do these individually. 25. Okay, so now I need to get a one to clip. I don't know if anybody has gotten the Soul Sampler box yet. I didn't get any volunteers to help me. Darn. At least I got the majority done. The colored ones and everything, they're done. So Sandra. Smart, isn't she?
Hi, Kayla.
Hi, Gayla. Welcome. And how you doing this morning? Everybody saying hi to Gayla. Gayla's cleaning. What you cleaning? Mm. Your helper is happy. Awesome. Why is Carrie saying no? What'd I miss? Picking up my dining room, Gayla says. Dorlin. Hi, Dorlin. Hello, everyone in chat. On my way home from the Y, I stopped at BK and had a combo meal, so I am late. That's all right. Combo meal sounds good. When I homeschooled Jen and we were home all the time, we'd take a lunch break or breakfast break and go out, either get donuts or go to deli. Oh, they had the best pastrami sandwiches, and they would pile it on for me because I was one of their regulars. And pastrami and mustard. Mm-mm-mm. I miss those. Or we go to McDonald's or Chipotle. They were all right there. Or Taco Bell. I wasn't too keen on Taco Bell or Jack in the Box. They were all right there where we lived. So within walking. I miss the old fashioned chocolate donuts at Miss Donuts. Oh, they were so good. One, two. I need 6 more. No, perfect. You've never had a Whopper, Sandra? Oh, really? Those are so good. Are they charbroiled? Is the Whopper charbroiled? Hmm, I don't remember. It's been a long time, but I just remember they're really good. I think Carl's Jr.'s are charbroiled, if I remember right. Okay, here's another group that's done. On fries. Dorland says yes, they are. Okay, purple Wonder Clip for number 2. Set these aside. One little stripe. Let's do another one. Um, Sandra says that would be why picky me doesn't like the gas flame foods. Oh. Cheryl says hi, Dorlyn, and Sandra. Seeing how I was late, what y'all doing? I'm working on the waterfall. March so sample box the waterfall. I know we're supposed to be doing the puppy in the Christmas book, but man, I'm not even prepared. And it's a lot of pieces, so we'll do it next week. New group of 25 coming up. One, two. Darlin, Sandra, I would invite you to lunch or dinner. I cook on the grill or use a smoker to cook my meats. And Sandra says the smoker's okay. And then she goes, on a gas grill, I use a lot of oil under my meat. Love my steaks on a grill. Mm-mm. Hamburgers and hot dogs. We used to do that all the time for Jen's parties. And then it got expensive. So the last couple parties, I go, it's a smorgasbord, or not a smorgasbord. What's it called when they help you? We're not supplying all the food. You guys need to help bring some. So they were okay with it. Nobody, because it would cost us close to $200 to throw a party. So that was a lot of money back then.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Yes, potluck. Thank you, Sandra. Did you say waterfall, Dorlin? Do you have a picture? Yes, I do. Hang on.
Seeing how late I was. What are you doing, Kelly? Sandra asking.
Can you see it? Can you see it, Gladys?
Mm,
Fine. This is it. It takes a 10-piece fat quarter bundle, and then you need extra 3 and 1/8 yard of the borders in the background.
Carolyn says,
And
Kathy, say waterfall. Do you have a picture? There it is.
yep.
It was in the soul sampler box.
Yeah, let's see, there's another one. Bigger, a better one. No. Nope, that's the only one. Doesn't look like a waterfall to me, but who am I to judge, right? Okay.
Cheryl says, very pretty.
Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. And it looks like it's the same fabric colors that was on it also. So, and,
Samuel says, Lori's going to start a new project.
no, this is not a new project because I got a lot already cut out. I'm almost done cutting out.
Ryan says, awesome, but I do not subscribe to any boxes.
Yeah, this is the only one for me. I love it. Love it, love it. I did have a whole bunch. Open Gates and Mrs. Quilty and all that, but I canceled those. They keep sending me, come back, come back.
Did you say, no way, no way?
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, how many gets to one? Okay. Let me see here. 1, 2.
Hi, Loretta. And she's
Hey,
got a
Loretta.
question.
Okay, what's your question?
You try
Oh,
to answer.
I lost count.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay, 14 and 14 is 28. So let's see. um, what new project is Lori going to start, Sandra?
Loretta says, or Lori says, Loretta, we have answers. Hello. Loretta, I'm making a block that has triangle on one side and quarter square on the other. Do I have to cut each triangle and put together?
Sandra would know that one. Or Terry. No, Terry's from here. Okay. Never mind.
Lori says one from a project box.
Oh, one from a project box? Okay. Like me. I'm only doing this right now because the other box is on its way. I'm trying to keep up because I got so far behind on these boxes. How many more do I need after this?
Pastry shop, Sandra said. That's the one that Lori's doing.
Pastry shop?
Yeah.
Anyone else think that sounds good, or is it just me?
Lori says they pick sweet treat box. Pastry shop.
Do you have everything you need to do it? Twenty, 21, 22. I need one more. Okay,
Lori says yes, just needed background.
nice.
Sandra says backgrounds like most.
Somebody had the older Soul Sampler. I don't remember who it is. And they've got practically everything in the box. You know, we don't get that anymore, but okay, now for the last group here, I have to pay attention to what I'm doing.
And Darlene says, has anyone bought 108 packing material from Marcia Dry Goods and did you like it? There's two questions.
No, I did not buy it.
Hi, Lisa.
Not yet. Hi, Lisa. I'm a lurking and working away while.
Looking, not twerking.
Oh my
Away
goodness.
while I'm selling stuff. And Loretta says she needs an answer.
Oh, Sandra, do you know the answer? I wish I knew, Loretta. I don't know. I've never done that. So I don't want to give you false info.
And Laurie says Darlene. Yes, it's great, I think. And Sandra says Darlene, I have purchased and used 10. I love them all.
There you go. That's for the 108. What about Loretta's question? Does anybody have the answer? Three.
Lisa, please show Kathy some love. Thumbs up and give a thumbs up, please, and thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you.
Sandra says Loretta. Yeah, Mari says Loretta, I'm confused. Sandra says, is the triangle used to make a square? Loretta says, so am I. Hello. She's gonna send me a picture. Sandra says, okay. Darlene says, thanks, ladies. I'm a visual person when it comes to squares, and I have to see it.
Same here.
Lori says, there's a stitch and flip.
I do better watching than I do reading, or, unless it's simple.
Center. It's almost like two smaller triangles on one side and larger on the other. Haven't got the picture yet. Lisa Darlin, I'm a bit of a fabric snob, and I've never been disappointed with Marshall dry goods, but I haven't purchased 108. Sandra, Loretta, tell us the black name, maybe.
Okay, Dorland.
Let's think about it. It's just
Keep wanting to.
today must be dishwasher day. Dishwashing day. Patty was doing dishes. Dorland doing dishes.
We do ours at night.
I ran my dishwasher yesterday after breakfast.
How many times do you run yours? 8, 9, 10,
I have a
11.
countertop dishwasher, so Sandra, I have 3 or more white backs from Marshall. Marshall's ready to go on tops.
I need 6 more. So that would be two. Okay, 2 of these would work.
Here's the picture.
Um,
From Loretta.
okay. It looks like the one that I was doing for Best Friend's Clothes Shop. One of theirs.
Sandra. Well, my cleaning is done as I go. Sandra says 3/4 triangle, 3/4 square triangles. She says, Loretta, I would say yes. Lisa, anyone purchased my fabric cut? I'd like to try. And Sandra said, that's confusing. Sandra says, my helper's on my lap into everything. Lori says, no, Lisa, I haven't tried them yet.
Only 23. Okay, I need 2 more.
Here's the second photo from Loretta.
Okay, 4 groups of 25 are now
Said that
here.
was a quote. Sandra said, Loretta, did you see my answer? Lisa put in a channel. Second. The name of the quote is called Not Today. The So Emma pattern. Okay.
Okay.
And that's spelled with a K, K-N-O-T, not. You're welcome, Sandra.
Krafts. More. One, two.
So it says, wow, the picture shows something different still looking. And Loretta says, yes, thank you. Or he says, darn, I was hoping it was a free pattern. Looks like a QST. Well, it's probably from the fat quarter shop, I'm guessing.
Probably.
If it was a soul, Emma. Designed by Angelus Sasso.
Okay.
Senator says, Lori, did you see that piece? Yeah, and Lori says, yes, it's odd, right? It's a PDF pattern on uh, that Photoshop, I guess. Senator said, I see a million flying geese. Yeah. Lori says it looks like two of the triangles are split. And Sandra says, Loretta, we are trying.
These itty bitty threads here.
Sandra says, done with charm packs. And Loretta says, I'm sorry, my internet is going on and off, so I'm missing some chat.
Eight.
Sandra says, so these geese would be like 4.5 geese.
To get out the iron for this.
2.5. Loretta says, I was wondering if I could sew without putting in sewing each little triangle together. Yes, Sandra. Sandra says, sorry, Loretta, looks like cutting needed.
Oh shoot, I need 10 more. What was I thinking?
I don't know. You weren't?
No, I wasn't.
I was busy reading the chat. Sandra says it really depends on how the pattern's written. Laurie says you could do fast line geese. Laura says, okay, thanks. I should have no one. Oh, well.
When I have issues, Loretta, I send it to Sandra and let her look at it, and then she tells me what to do. Okay, there's half of it. What was I thinking? Let me grab this one piece. And here's two.
Sandra says the four at once. Found the instructions that were hard to translate. And it's time for Jen to get up.
Jen, time to wake up. Wakey, wakey.
Laurie says yes.
Okay, now I think 4 more to go. With all my white. Okay, what we're gonna do is do it like I just did it. This is hard, I'm telling you guys. Try to on this tiny table here. Still got some left. Not a lot, but some. I shouldn't have looked down. I saw my hexes. Oh yeah, I gotta cut this up.
Sandra says from the picture I could see two flying geese wing to wing throughout the pattern. Here's some instructions for that pattern. That try to hold the camera still. That Loretta sent.
I think I see the whole assembly now. Says
What hourglass?
$14. Oops.
It says I think I see the whole assembly now. Assemble is a diagonal strips. Let me send that to you.
And 16.
Okay, I sent it. Send that picture to you, Sandra. You need to save it on my phone first. It says, okay. Sandra said, thanks. And I said, thanks, Lori. Sandra says, well, my way would be easier. Have a quiet over there, Kathy. Anything to say?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I'm almost done. Thank goodness.
You're cutting.
Been a lot of
And
cut.
it says by the pattern, just cut and make the square. And Lorna says, I'll try to do that.
What are you doing? Okay. The very last piece. Thank pieces. There's two here. Should have done my hexies.
And it says that cul-de-sac all half square triangles, but those corners.
But I need to get the iron.
Hi, Mary Wilson.
Hi, Mary. Welcome. Welcome. You get over here.
Where it says, yes, I love it. And it's called Not Today.
Okay. Iron these.
Conan says, Glass, I saw your beautiful cardinal on replay. My question is the pattern or kit? When I got it, it was a kit. I got all the fabric except for the backing. And Cheryl saying hi to Mary, hi to Loretta. Lori saying hi to Mary. And Loretta saying hi to Cheryl. It's
The
just
reason
cut
I
it
do,
as a pattern. Susan says her daughter bought her sent her the pattern, so you can get the pattern for it, I guess. And that's applique. And if you need the name of the pattern, I could get that to you.
yeah, I need the name too.
You have to find. That's the name of the pattern. That's Winter's Majesty.
What's it called?
Winter's Majesty.
Woodridge Majesty?
Winter.
Oh,
Winter's.
Winter. Okay, Winter's Majesty.
And it is by Prairie Grove Peddler. Designed by Cheryl Haynes. 36 by 36 wool coat. Mary says I'm working on a double square star box. It's from an old Missouri Star block book. You can get this pattern from Connecting Threads. Download pattern.
Yes, thank you, Gladys.
I'll put the link in. There's one place you can get it from Connecting Threads.
And here's one. Bigger one.
Amazon has it too. It costs more on Amazon than it did on Connecting Threads.
Prize.
Sandra
Okay,
says you're
Sandra.
back. Diaper tape. Change.
Okay, here's all the pieces. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Okay, wait. These go together. These go together. These go together. I have this one for these. These go together here. Wow. What does the pattern say? E with the B. It's generally G2. Yeah, we got. Okay. I think that's gonna go on that. No, I need a bigger ruler. Okay, so these are the fabric D, and they want me to line. Okay.
It's a nice journal, but I'm finding it relaxing to put together. Cheryl said she made that coat for her granddaughter for her birthday.
Uh-huh.
Sandra's back. Welcome back, Sandra.
Wow, that was quick.
Cheryl said I did enjoy that one a lot. Easy sewing, which you sometimes need. At least I do at times. But hey, thanks everyone for the suggestions. I'm going to cut fabric again. Oh, well, I can't cut and read at the same time. Oh, well.
Okay, Loretta. Have a good day. Is she up?
Oh, yeah, I'm busy.
Okay, 'cause I just called her to get up. That's all.
And says, yes, it's nice to do a quilt sometimes that doesn't require constant checking the pattern directions.
Exactly. This one was pretty easy once you get past all the cutting. Tons and tons of cutting.
Okay. Just like any pattern, takes time to cut, 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 cut.
Tell me about it. Tons of cutting.
I got all my fabric now for the painted metal.
You got it all done?
Yeah.
Yay.
Got the fabric from Etsy, so I can finish cutting.
Threads everywhere. At least on something like this, you can assembly line sew it if you want. They are pretty big pieces, but you could still assembly line sew it. And a couple more to go. Just want to remind you guys that Gladys and I will be on at 4 o'clock Central today, 5 Eastern, and 2 o'clock Pacific Standard. All right. Now, I love this ruler. I love both of them, the little one and the big one. Okay, so they want us to take these and this.
And the Cheryl says Sandra has inspired me to make a king size hunter star quilt, hopefully for my son for Christmas this year. He is an avid hunter, plus his name is Orion for the constellation of the stars.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Sandra says, glad to hear that, Cheryl. Lori says, Cheryl, sounds like a wonderful gift.
Sure does. Somebody was asking me about the friendship one that Teresa Louise has. Birthday friend, but I have no idea. I don't even know how long she's had it. Some of this fabric is really pretty. If I don't need my glasses for this, huh? Give my eyes a rest. Come on, they're all stuck in there really good. They get down all that fur and it's hard to get it out. Scissors. I really like this peach. So pretty. And this green's pretty too. There's some pieces.
Use the link in for a pattern. Those are just ordered the pattern plus extra stuff I need from Amazon.
That's probably what I'll end up doing. Amazon.
Or they're coming out as. Oh, okay.
See, they're all going the wrong way. No problem. And this yellow, look at this yellow. So pretty. Get near the bottom. This pretty peach one here. It is peach. see here. Being a not a techie is hard sometimes. There you go. Absolutely. Wait, I wanted to- okay, this is the last one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them because I have two of the same. So I'm going to separate them, which I thought I already did, but I guess not. So one. What I like about this fabric too is that it has some yellows in it. Yellow's fabric is not really that popular, and I like yellow. I think it's really, really pretty.
Sure, let's you to show your pincushion.
Oh, my hedgehog? Isn't he cute? He's even got little feetsies, and it's really soft. Really, really soft. I love it. Had it for a while now. I don't remember where I got it.
Amazon.
Amazon.
At least the last time I looked, it was on Amazon.
Okay, Amazon's where I got it then. And
And
it's not very much money. It's not that expensive.
Cheryl says, LOL, he's so SCWWW. Cute.
Okay, those are separated now. Here. It's a 1/4 inch from each side of the drawn line.
Yes, and then you have to cut the line. How'd you get it so?
Yeah, you're right. Cut apart on the marked line. I was looking at what they have the picture here, and it says make 40 total. So I believe I have 20 here. So if I 1/4 inch away from the line,
Yeah, he's gonna make passport triangles.
whoa, The other one's going to be 160.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. God. Harvey will be here waiting for when I put his pins back in them. Harvey the Hedgehog. I have all this extra here that I could use as a border.
Hi, darling.
Goodbye, Darlene. Have a great day. Enjoy your errands.
Yeah.
I know you won't.
Shows us that like his name.
Harvey. Harvey the Hedgehog. I'm going to go ahead and I'm running out of room in my box.
Can you get the lid closed?
See? Getting heavy. Okay, put these pins back before I lose them. They all start falling out. I'm supposed to do that. Okay, can we stay without falling out? Thank you. Yeah, I'll see. Hey, now what am I going to work on? I should probably continue sewing the hexies together because I got a bunch of them.
You gotta remember tomorrow's UFO day.
Yeah, I know. Looking around. Don't know.
Welcome back, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
That she was home.
Good. Good, good. Are you ready to come aboard? Or are you going to eat lunch first? Four, six.
This says phone group, so discussion is short. Send me numbers.
Yes, ma'am. On the way. Um, okay, they're sent. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm going to figure out where I left off over here. Right there, okay. Continue. I forget about the owies that these things give me.
Set wrong passcode.
Wrong passcode. Oh, okay. Okay, there you go. I'm sorry. Should be the right one.
There she is to save the day.
Miss America. Hi, Susan.
Hi.
How's your day going?
Well, if the breaker hadn't been tripped again, I'd be great. And of course, I can't get into the breaker box, so I had to call in a work order.
How come you can't get into it?
They've got a latch set up you can't get in. You've got to have a special key kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it really stinks.
I'll bet. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and one of the things I said when I called, I said, I never had this problem before the renovations. My next door neighbors had this similar problem. I've had this problem. I know from a couple other people they've had this problem. None of us ever had it before. So talk to the people who are doing this and make sure it gets fixed. And don't let this happen to anybody else. She said, well, I understand your frustration, and hung up.
What?
Yeah, it's that wonderful manager whom I cannot stand.
Uh,
So I saw the guy in charge of the whole thing outside talking to somebody else, and I went over before I came in my apartment and I said, I just want to let you know that a lot of us are having problems that we never had before with our electricity. I said, my low wattage microwave has tripped the breaker twice now. And I know for a fact that a low wattage microwave without anything else operating on that breaker should not trip it. So you guys did something wrong. And I wanted you
Sandra,
to,
Sandra said they changed something.
yep,
yeah,
they did. She's right. So they need to come in and fix it so that it doesn't happen again.
yeah. Because I mean, I was making a cup of coffee, different, different outlet, not on the same breaker, and was cooking my microwave breakfast, which I've now had to throw out. When it stopped, and it shouldn't do that. I mean, I can understand in an older home, something easy, something like a microwave could trip it, but not in new wiring and new breakers. It shouldn't.
What did the guy say?
He said he would pass it on to the people who are working on the electricity. And he said, you let the office know. And I said, of course I did.
You question it?
And what I told the office, the next time it happens, if it's not fixed, I will call one of the electric companies here in town that I trust and have them come and fix it. And they will charge the apartment, and not me, because it's not my fault.
Right.
Sandra said there could be several outlets on same breaker.
But it's only
Yeah, but
it's only
she,
two outlets that go out on this breaker.
she said it never happened before,
Yeah.
regardless of how many, breakers and stuff there is.
I mean, the guy tried to tell me that I can't use shouldn't use my sewing machine and the microwave. Well, I wasn't using the sewing machine. I had turned it off. I had unplugged it.
Yeah.
Sandra says my house is retired and I have one spot that does that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the folks said the breaker that went out on theirs is the one that the refrigerator's on. So she lost food.
If I have the heater plugged in the living room, right? and Dave uses the microwave. Where everything is, right?
Uh-huh.
It trips it. TV goes off, everything goes off.
Well, your heater is a high voltage. My microwave is not high voltage. It's very low wattage.
Right.
It is El Cheapo. A thing of popcorn that takes a minute and a half takes in a higher wattage microwave takes 3.5 minutes to pop in my microwave.
Wow. It takes two in ours. Um, Sandra says, rewired. My fridge has her own, and the washer has
And
her own.
the
Dishwasher
dishwasher,
has their own. Yep.
which is what it should be. Which is exactly what it should be. Each of those major draw household appliances should have their own breaker. Like I've said, my grandfather was an electrician. I learned these things as a kid. You do not share a high draw usage appliance with something else, or you're going to trip your breakers. Or in that case, blow your fuse, because that was the days of fuses. The
And
other,
as you said, it shouldn't be happening.
yes, and we should also be able to have
So
access to the breaker box so that if we trip a breaker, we can go out there and not have to wait for somebody.
there you go. That's what we do. We just go, it's in my bedroom, and we just turn it back on.
This is the first place I've ever lived in where it was outside. Oh, wait. In the mobile home that Fred and I had, it was outside.
Maybe that's why they have it locked. It's outside. I don't know. I just know it's in our room behind the door.
Mm-hmm.
Where we used to live, it was in Jen's room. Always easy
The
access to get to it.
Yeah, the house out in Grasslands, it was in the master bedroom. The
See, the
house,
old place was a dual master. They were identical.
hmm.
They had the
Hey,
bedroom, the bathroom, the walk-in closets. Only thing, ours, Dave and our bedroom, we had a shelf in ours on the top there where Jen did not.
Sandra says, I can understand lock, but you need access.
Yep.
And Cheryl says, gotta go. Catch you all later. Sometime somewhere else. Have a good day.
You
Hi,
too, Cheryl.
Cheryl. And
Thanks for
Sandra,
coming.
yours is outside. A lot are outside.
Well, mine's outside.
My dad's was
Where
at
else?
the bottom of the staircase, which in the dark, that was always fun. Fall down the stairs to turn.
I've never heard of it being outside though. That's what I'm tripping on.
It depends on the age of the house and the region it's in.
Yes, Andrews is outside. Uh, uh, uh.
Dory says, I understand why they lock it. Kids, they should have codes though.
Or if it's a lock, I should have a key.
Yeah.
Right. Or if it's a combination something, you should have the combo.
Sandra says, in case of emergency, we can trip the breakers easily. Safely.
Well, some days if it's not one thing, it's another.
Yep. But 2 times in less than a week is ridiculous.
I agree. I agree.
Makes me worry about getting a newer microwave for fear I'll never be able to use it.
They don't supply the microwave?
Are you kidding?
No.
I have never lived in an apartment where the microwave was part of the deal.
How about
Even
your
the very
refrigerator?
refrigerator, stove, yes. A dishwasher too, yes. Microwave, no.
Wow.
Even the expensive apartments by the university, they don't come with microwaves.
Well, come think of it, this is the first place I ever lived in that had a microwave and a washer dryer. So that's why we have our little red microwave we brought with us.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. And these are good sized microwaves here too. They're not small.
How are you today, Gladys?
Huh?
How are you today?
I'm doing okay. You took Goro.
Good.
He was whining and I had to take him out and he had to go poop.
Oh,
Put him back in his crate. So,
you know, Sandra, how would she get to it in an emergency you know, to get to the fix it? Because she goes, in case emergency, we can trip the breakers safely, but how?
I do have a friend who told me that I could bring my sewing machine over to her place and I could sew there, which was nice.
Very nice. But you shouldn't have to resort to that.
I know.
You want to do it in the comfort of your own home.
As it is tomorrow, we'll be packing everything up at 2 o'clock to go to the guild sew day. But I really wanted to get the panel quilt ordered so I can take it to and bring something else, but so I could take it and the batting and backing to Sue Ellen's. And while we're not doing stuff, I could sit and quilt it because I know how I'm going to quilt it.
Well, you think you'll get it in time? Have you
If I
ordered
don't microwave anything,
it? That's funny.
I've got all the half square triangles made and pieces cut for the rest of the border. I'm even making her a pillow to match it, to go with it.
Ooh, we're going all out.
Well, I went kind of bonkers with making half square triangles. Made more than I needed. So she's getting a friendship star. Pillow.
Better to have more than not enough.
Mm-hmm. Especially because I don't remember the place where I bought it from. Can't find the receipt. It was not a receipt that was emailed to me, and I could not find it online,
Wow.
which I did think about just in case.
Right.
I was trying to think.
Sandra, the estate sale in Yakima area is wow, a quilter's heaven.
Yeah, I'm not going to it because I don't have the money and have enough fabric. I don't really want to be buying any more fabric for a while unless it's something I truly, truly need to finish a project.
Well, there's a kit out there that you see that you might want.
Well, I'm trying to save the gas in my car to drive across the state.
Right. When are you leaving?
The 29th. So I won't be on. I will, yeah, the 28th. Is that a Monday or is that Tuesday?
Not sure.
That I'm working at Mount Stewart on the 28th, so I won't be on all next week with you.
Okay. Are you working all next week?
I'm working at Mount Stewart on the 28th, then the 29th I'm driving to Sue Ellen's and I'll be there for the week.
Oh, okay.
Coming back on the 3rd, which is a Saturday.
Yes.
So I can be at church on Sunday because I'm helping with hospitality at church. Set up the taco bar for celebration a day early of Cinco de Mayo, which is what the stewardship committee decided to do, and only one person on the stewardship committee is going to be there Sunday. So I told the one member that I would be happy to help her.
So you're not going to be able to come by here,
Um,
gas wise?
not until May, which kind of sucks, and I'm sorry.
Hey, don't worry about it. Whenever
Shop
you
Top
can
kind of
get
got
here.
screwed up when I got that huge medical bill that they wanted me to pay the whole thing,
Which you did, right?
which I did, and now have an empty bank account until Social Security in May.
May,
Hmm.
the beginning, I hope.
Oh, I'm in the first part of the month because of when my birthday is.
We're at the end. It should be, round.
It's a good thing they go by birth date and not last name because with the last name with a Y, I'd be at the tail end.
We used to be at the end, but then like the 25th around there because Dave and I both have birthdays in the 20s. So then they changed it and now it's the third of the month. But we usually get paid early. Do you ever get paid early?
Yes.
Which is nice. You got paid early. Yay.
Still not on time to pay my rent on time, but oh well. Other bills got paid.
Yeah, I found out that our rent, we can go till the 7th. I've always paid it way early, but I didn't know.
Well, when I got paid with the school district, last working day of the month was when we got paid. So I'd go by money order, and on the first, if that wasn't on a weekend, would go in and pay.
Are they closed on the weekends?
Yep. Sandra says never early.
On the rent? Mortgage? Well, no, you paid yours outright, Sandra.
I think she's talking about Social Security.
Oh, no, you
And
never
I
did.
know I've gotten a cost of living increase, which is good.
That's not hardly anything.
At least it's not so much to make my rent go up.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I have to get that out in the mail so I can start getting that.
The guys next door slamming the door.
Again?
Yep. When I can hear it all the way over here, it's loud. It's probably pissing Jen off.
Why were they doing it?
I don't know. But I
Well,
said we wouldn't say anything about it anymore.
I think they're trying to goad her into complaining.
It's not going to.
I think of next door neighbors when I was a kid. The two girls would get into yelling matches, slamming cupboard doors, and we could hear it. And that had to be loud for us to hear it.
Right.
Their house, carport, yard, our carport, our house. So there was some distance. It was not like across a common wall or through a common wall. And Gary, one time, my oldest brother, called them up, and the younger of the two girls, no, their little brother answered the phone, and Gary put on a deep voice and said, "Hello." He was the King County Police, had gotten a report of too much noise because of fighting, and their brother goes, "Shut up! Somebody called the cops. We're in trouble. You're in trouble." I'll quiet down, sir. Click. And we all started laughing.
That's funny. And it never happened again,
Nope. A few days later, we're all outside, and one of the younger of the two girls, who was my sister's age, was over, and she said, "We must have been really loud because somebody called the cops on us about being too loud." And we're out, we're going, "Yeah, we could hear you, but it wasn't us." But he goes, "It wasn't me."
huh? Okay, let's
Mary
see.
wasn't home yet, or he would have given it
Um,
away.
Sandra says, like my social security comes the fourth Wednesday and I use it in the following month. So you don't use the one you get in the month that you get it? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's why the May check that I get, I'm not buying any fabric. I'm paying bills, I'm buying food and paying rent, and we'll save rent money for the next month. Not buying anything extra. Gas for my car, and have enough for a trip across the mountains or somewhere, and try to get ahead instead of falling behind.
Sandra said correct. So if something happens, she has that month that she can get it if she needs it. Right, Sandra? Kind of like a savings account for a month.
An emergency fund.
Yeah.
The problem when you live in low income housing, you can't really have an emergency fund because they'll say you got this much money, you got to pay higher rent.
Yeah.
You get penalized for saving money.
Well, you can have, or at least I can. We can have $1,000 in our checking and 1,000 in our savings, and it won't hurt us. You can't do that, Susan?
Um, they look at what you have in the bank, what your pay is, what your income is, and they base your rent off of that. If it fluctuates more than $200, you have to report it, and your rent is going to go up.
Dang.
That's HUD rules.
Yeah. It's a difference than what we have.
Well, you're probably not HUD.
Yeah, we are. We're Section 8.
Well, that's a different thing. I don't qualify for Section 8.
Sandra said yes, and then she said government says we can. Can what, Sandra?
So I should have told him, send me $150 a month, and that wouldn't raise my rent. Oh well, my rent's gonna go up as soon as I get that.
So you don't pay the same rent every month?
Right now, I pay the same amount every month, yes.
Oh, okay.
But as soon as I start getting my pension, which is going to be $300 a month, my rent's going to go up because I will report it or I will be penalized.
Well, is it going to go up a lot or the savings? But who listens to the government? Yeah, exactly. Okay, Sandra, I got it now. Thank you.
I don't want to get into politics, but man, if HUD gets screwed up, I don't want Musk to be in charge of what my rent's going to be.
Well, it'll be the new one, the whole rent, right?
Yeah, which
Ours
would
right
mean I'll
now
be out
is
on the street.
ours right now is 24.
That's
Keep going.
more than I get a month.
Yeah, more than we get a month too.
There's also two of you.
Yes.
So two incomes. It's just me.
Plus we gotta pay 50 for Chase
Oh, yeah.
at rent. So 50 for Chasers and 50 for our carport spot that we have.
Yep.
And I think that's gonna go up to 75 and 75.
Yes, you're right. CDs do count as savings. Certificates of deposit.
Come on. I have my burial funds in a CD and that counts as savings. Wow. Can't even have a burial fund for crying out loud. Oh, that one's all done.
Okay, that's who's head of the Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Here in Washington?
Uh, not in Washington, head of in Washington D.C.
Oh.
Okay, that's why his name sounds familiar. He played in the NFL.
Who? Who?
The current Secretary of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. His name is Turner, Scott Turner, from Texas. Associate pastor at a Baptist church in Plano, Texas, and was a Republican representative in the Texas state legislature. Prior to his career in public service, Turner played 9 seasons in the NFL with the Washington Redskins, the San Diego Chargers, and the Denver Broncos. Okay,
Nice.
answered that question. I wonder who's head of the for the state.
I remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor of California.
Yep, and that's really as far as he could go. He couldn't run for president because he wasn't born here.
Yep.
Oh, and the senior field officer for Washington State is Reginald Marable.
Okay.
Oh, Sue Ellen likes the idea of me making a pillow with the same fabrics as in the border of her panel quilt. She says, "Yay, cool."
You
Okay,
should you
done.
should have surprised her.
Well, I want her to know because I'm that way. I'll surprise her with a second one because I have enough to make two.
Okay, as long as she gets surprised.
The surprise is the big surprise is that the backing for the map panel is matte fabric from a different line.
She'll like it.
Yes, she will. She does like maps. And my quilting that I'm going to do will be like the lines of longitude and latitude.
Ah,
Figure out where the equator is, figure out how many lines are, and do my quilting on those drawn lines when I draw them. I thought that was kind of a smart idea.
very smart. Very, very.
Apparently, I can come up with decent ideas sometimes.
Jen said it funny yesterday. You know how everybody that has pets, well, not everybody, almost everybody that has pets shops at Chewy, right? Because it's so inexpensive and all that. So she says, because Chase will be 7 next year, she said Chase, she goes, hey Chase, when you turn 7, does that mean we get a senior discount over at Chewy? I laughed so
Well,
hard I
if that's the case,
started
Sue Ellen's cats would have gotten their senior discount long ago.
crying. I thought that was funny. Gosh, I laughed a lot on that one.
That is hilarious.
I laughed so hard I cried.
That's one thing I want to make sure when I take the ferry again. I'm going to complain that the last time I didn't get my senior discount, and I want my senior discount. It
You
brings the
didn't.
ferry ride down a lot.
Why didn't they give it to you?
I don't know. I think he wasn't listening.
How old do you have to be to qualify for that? Senior
I will
discount.
Google it. 65 and over.
Okay. That's me. That's Dave.
That was my call. That was my call. Okay.
Ouch.
Your disability would also get you discount on the ferry.
Oh, it would?
Yep.
Yep, it's a visible one. Well, yesterday I paid the tags on the car, right?
Uh-huh.
And it took me forever to find where to pay it. It says pay your tags, go here. So I'm going all over the place and I finally found it. But geez, the instructions weren't very good to follow.
I've only paid online one time, and that was because of the day of the week that it was the courthouse is not open. So I paid it online and then went down to the other place because they'd expired.
Oh,
And I printed out the paper to take down to get my tabs. Police car behind me, lights came on, and I'm going, "Hi, John, I'm going. I get the paper right here. I'm heading down to the facility. Bye bye, Mart." He goes, "Okay, you knew what I was doing." I said, "Yeah, I knew they were expired. I realized that this morning, which is why I paid online and printed this out." He goes, "Why did you? Oh, it's Saturday. Of course, you can't go to the courthouse on Saturday."
yeah, Dave has to go somewhere and pick them up.
Yep.
Why
Buy
don't
them
they?
online and go pick them up.
Why don't they mail them to the home?
I don't know, probably because of people who steal mail.
Doesn't make sense. We could either in California, you could either go to the DMV and get it, or they would mail it to your house.
I was very surprised when you started to be able to get your tabs at other places besides courthouse. In Yakima, you can go to Ray's Thriftway on Summit View and to the licensing department there. It's like, whoa, this is just crazy. In a grocery store?
Wow, I can say I've never heard of that before.
So that's where I'd get my tabs when I lived in Yakima because a lot easier than finding in that multi-level courthouse in Yakima and having to go through security.
Yeah.
One year for my car, I bought my tabs in Ellensburg because it was easier than in Yakima because I was up here for work.
Oh, there you go. I mean, why not?
It's not like it's by city, it's state, for God's sake.
We had a car, our Blazer, the tags expired because we couldn't get it smogged. And we have to get it smogged every other year out there, right? Pain in the air, loving, you know what. But it would not pass smog. So I think it was like 10 years past due or something like that. And I'm the one that got pulled over. And he said that to get it smogged and then to write a check and send it to the courthouse. He said $25 and all that. So I did what he said. And then about 3 months goes by and they don't cash the check. I'm like, what's going on here? He never turned it in.
Oh, nice guy.
I know. We had a nice talk. He said, I called the court and the guy says there's nothing here under that number or anything like that. I'm going,
You
cool.
got screwed. Somebody got $25 off of you.
No, they sent it back.
Oh,
I said, well, what happens if it doesn't, And he goes, we'll send it back. And they did. They sent it back. I got it within a few days. So, yeah, it was just really weird because I never thought of him not turning it in. Right?
mm-hmm.
So, it was nice to know. I mean, it's only $25, and I think because it wouldn't pass smog, I think that's when Dave got rid of it and got the blue one. We had a white one and a blue one.
Getting tabs was fun during the pandemic.
Not.
You called in to the courthouse, and thank God there was no phone tree at our courthouse like there was in Yakima. That never gave you the right what you wanted in the list of choices. um, I called and I said I need to get my car tabs, and this is before the place on Mountain View opened up, which is one of the reasons they opened up. um, and she goes, "Okay, just because it's the pandemic and you can't really come into the courthouse, um, punch in the card you're paying on your phone dial, and I'll print it out. How soon can you get here?" And I said, you're under 10 minutes away. This is what I drive. So I pulled in, found a place to park. It's a very small parking lot. And person comes out with a mask on. I've got my mask on. She goes, "Are you Susan You're out?" I said, "Yes, I am." And she said, "Here you go."
Well, that was easy.
I said, "You don't need to see my driver's license." And she said, "Well, when I came out, I saw what your license plate was, and it's what we have in our same as we have in the system. So we know it's you." I said, "Okay, good. Thank you. Have a nice day."
Uh,
And that September, the office on Mountain View opened up.
well, as they say, better late than never, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it is almost 1 o'clock.
Yep. So, does anybody have any questions? Don't forget, Gladys comes on in 1 hour. Okay? We will be on in 1 hour. So that would be 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central, and 2 o'clock Pacific Standard, 3 o'clock Mountain. But 1 hour, guys. Gladys will be on. Okay?
Bye, Sandra. And if you're still here, Lori, bye, Lori. And bye, everybody else who might still be watching. Bye, Gladys, and
Yeah.
bye, Kathy.
Well, bye, Susan. Thanks for coming. Are you coming on tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah.
see you tomorrow. Okay, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you over at Gladys's in an hour.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming. See you in an hour, Gladys.
And she's gone out of the chat, out of Zoom.
Okay. Yeah, she's got to get my channel. Oh,